Thank you for coming to another edition of Dream Talks. Today, we're going to touch on worth. Not the worth of things, not the value of things. We're going to touch on the worth of you, your worth. How much are you worth? That's a tricky question. It's a tricky question because how do you measure your worth? Now, it can be measured a couple ways, but are they the right ways? Are they the correct ways to actually measure your worth? Let's go through the ways people measure their worth, okay? Some people measure their worth as how much money you have. So some people feel like Bill Gates is worth a lot. You know, Jay-Z, Oprah, names like that, Warren Buffett, very wealthy people. So that's one way people measure their worth. They go chasing that old mighty dollar every day. Some people measure their own worth, as how many friends they have, how many likes they get. With the spawn of social media, that's one way to measure your worth. But all these friends that you have, do you know them? That's a question to ask yourself. Some people don't care if they know them or not. Just like the dollar, they looking for that number. They looking for 5,000 friends. I must be playing small ball. Some of y'all are shaking your head. 5,000, that's not enough, huh? 5,000 followers on Instagram, that's not enough. Y'all want that 60.4K. That's what y'all want. Or 4.1 M, you know, on that followers on Instagram and on Twitter. Y'all want that K and that M behind that number, right? That's another way to measure your worth. But you know, let's go down the list. Some people measure their worth by the amount of haters that they have. So that's the opposite of likes. That's the opposite of followers. Even though haters have to follow you to actually hate on you, how would they be able to hate on you if they don't know what they're hating on? I don't know why you would ever measure your worth by the amount of people that dislike you or quote unquote hate you. I don't know why you measure your worth like that. I don't need people hating me. You know, life is love, man. Spread it. Spread it everywhere. Okay, so that's just the way that people measure their own individual worth. So let's go down the list again. They measure it on the amount of money that they have, a number. They measure it on the amount of followers and likes that they have, another number. They measure it on the amount of haters that they have. It's another number. So how does the world measure your worth? How do other people measure your worth? From the outside looking in, a lot of people in the world measure other people's worth on the amount of money that they have. So for instance, example, if I were to measure Oprah's worth on the amount of money that she had, she'd be worth some billions, obviously. Society also measures your worth on the amount of friends that you have sometimes, the amount of likes that you can generate. So just like the individual, society also measures the worth of these individuals the same way, most often than not. You starting to see a pattern here? I think we're starting to see a pattern. Now, once again, I ask, how many of those people that you actually know, but still your worth is based off that number? Even if you only really know one person out of that number. I don't think this is done the right way. Somewhere along the line as people, we started to take things that are really not important and magnify them and glorify them and make them very important. This is a very big problem with me. And I'll tell you where the problem lies at. To measure your worth as an individual, it can't be based on a number. Not a computer generated number, no. No, it can't be based on a number. And the reason why is because the amount of friends that you have, the amount of likes that you have, sometimes even the amount of money that you have, you can't take that with you. Secondly, those things will never make it in the history book. Yes, I'm talking to all the girls that twerk out there that people don't even know what your face looks like, but you're dancing on camera and you have 50,000 likes and 100 million followers and everything like that. There's nothing wrong with that, boo-boo. Do you? I understand. You got your thing going. Do what you gotta do. If you believe that is the things that you want to do, if that makes you happy, then do you. All I'm saying is don't measure your worth on something so simple. Even to the guy that's flexing his muscles on Instagram that got 1 million likes. 27-inch bicep. With all the tattoos, piercing and tattoos and snapbacks and all that good jazz. Yeah, baby boy, you're worth more than that, man. And I'm going to tell you why. Because true worth lives forever. Remember that. True worth lives forever. What does that mean? Baby girl, you shaking it. I see you shaking it. You're looking real good too. What happens when you're 80? You can't shake it no more. Your back will go out. You got grandkids and great grandkids. They can't see you shaking it. What grandma gonna look like shaking it? What happens when you can't do that anymore? What happens when this social media platform that you have so much recognition on is obsolete now? Does your worth go down? I already said you were worth more than that. That's why you shouldn't base it on something so simple. My man with the 27-inch biceps, Mr. Peck Mountain. You know what I'm saying? What happens when you're 90? You can't work out no more. When your muscles don't get bigger no more. What happens when someone is bigger than you? You're worth less than them? It's like TVs. You got the 27-inch TV, but I got the 30-inch plasma screen. I'm worth more than you? I got 1 million more likes than you. I'm worth more than you now? Don't measure it on something so simple. True worth lives forever. Because in order to measure your worth, why not measure it on the amount of people that you help? That's how you measure worth. How many people you were of service to. If you were in service to enough people, if you help enough people, I tell you what, that will make it in the history books. That will live forever. You want to be of help to people. Martin Luther King, he's been dead a long time now. However, he's still worth a lot to a lot of people. People of all races still talk about, I have a dream. He's gone now. 50, 40 years later, his face is on shirts. His words are on shirts and are recited by many on the daily. Right now, I'm speaking about Martin Luther King. That's real worth. Baby girl that's shaking it, I don't even know your name. There's a million of you. You're worth more than that. My man with the biceps, unless you're Mr. Olympia, there's a million of you. You're worth more than that. Be of service to people. Help people become better. Improve lives. And I'm going to tell you how this is so powerful. Seriously and honestly, if you help just one individual, think about this. How many people go through their lives that really don't help anyone? That only help themselves? It's a lot of people doing that. But if you just help one person, you are worth a whole lot. You are worth a whole lot. Now, we're speaking about worth. A lot of people don't know their worth because it's based off all the wrong things. I used to work in this life insurance brokerage. In the procedure, I used to ask people how much they were looking for. You know, you can get anything from $10,000 or over $1 million in life insurance. That means your family could get over $1 million after you have passed on to help pay the bills and things like that. So I was speaking to this one guy. So I asked him, going through the procedures, I'm asking him all the qualifying questions. And I asked him how much would he like. He says, I don't know, how much is available. I said, well, we have everything over from $10,000 to over $1 million. I'll never forget what this man told me. He told me, oh, no, I'm not worth $1 million. That stayed with me. And this is why it stayed with me. It's because that man was very quick to tell me that he wasn't worth $1 million. He was not worth a number. That is ridiculous. That's just crazy to me. First of all, let me tell you how it's crazy. Because if I was to go in and ask him what he does for a living, and I was to go over all the years that he has worked, this man has probably generated over $1 million in his lifetime. He doesn't even know it. Because he's concentrating on the wrong things. Ask yourself how much you make for your employer. Because your worth to that employer is based on a number. That number is called production. I guarantee you, a lot of you, if you did the math, you have generated on your own over $1 million for that employer. Once again, just a number. So, how much are you worth to your family? Some of you got small babies out there that would not be able to survive without you right now. Some of you got grown kids that would not be able to survive with you right now. I see a couple of y'all shaking your head. But seriously, to the people that have these loved ones that would not be able to survive without them, what is your worth? I don't have a number for you. I have a word. It's called priceless. I need everybody to understand, you as a person, you as an individual, you are priceless. Because no matter how you look at it, people need you. Remember I said, measure your worth on how many people you help, how many people you service. If you're employed, your employer needs you. Why do you think you have to request sick days and things like that? Because they need you to be there. Your family, you the head of the household, or maybe you're not. Maybe you just cook and clean. Maybe you just sweep the floor. But your family and friends, they love you. You're priceless. You have an indefinite value on your worth. It cannot be capped by a number. And that's why I said, measure your worth on how many people you help. After you measure your worth, go get what you are worth. You are priceless, then be priceless. We are priceless. Do not cap yourself. at $50,000. You are worth more than that. When you start to believe that you are worth more than that, you go for it. You go for pricelessness. A young man by the name of Papa Z, he told me, he said, we are not human beings. We are human becomers, because we can become anything that we want. I say that to say this. If you have a number on your worth, scratch it out and become priceless. Be priceless and go for it. See, a lot of people say, oh man, I can't start this business. You know, you have that dream to start this business. I can't start this business. Why not? Let's break it down. Why not? Because somebody else is already doing it. Okay. So, well, they make so on and so on dollars. Oh, so the real reason why you don't want to start this business, not because someone else is already doing it, but because you don't believe that you can make that much money. Just like the man told me when I was at the life insurance place, he wasn't worth $1 million. That same thought in his head has probably stopped him from doing a lot of groundbreaking and historic and legendary things. I don't know the man, but I tell you one thing. People that were historic, that are historic, people that are legendary, don't have a cap on their worth. I'm telling you that right now. They do not have a cap on their worth. They are priceless. They understand that, they know that, and then they go for it. Because when you're priceless, you can do any and all things. I'm saying this over and over and over again, but understand something, people. Up until this moment, you thought that you were worth a number. You thought, when I asked you how much you were worth, you probably started calculating. Some of y'all started adding up your assets. Well, you know, I have a house here, I have this there, I have a business there. Some of you started looking in your wallets and your bank accounts. Oh, well, shoot, I got bills. I gotta pay my bills on Tuesday, so on Monday I'm worth more than I will be on Wednesday. No. It's the wrong way to think about it, guys. It's the wrong way to think about it, people. Go for what you're worth. You are priceless, therefore you are limitless. Your worth is limitless. Go after limitless. Because it's worth more for you to go for what you truly believe in, for what you're passionate about, for the dreams that you have. It's worth more because happiness is priceless. So if you want your happiness to be your worth, which is also priceless, then go make other people happy. Happiness is infectious. You see how it still translates to what you do for other people, to the service you provide for other people? That's a service, making people happy. Understand, we all started with 0 on that scoreboard. No matter what team you were born to, some of us were born on better teams. Oh well, you still started with 0 on the scoreboard. You still got to score all through life. You can't officially score if you don't believe that you're worth that touchdown or worth that point, worth that score. You're not going to be able to score. Understand, you are priceless. No number can be put on your worth. When you understand that and you start to help people, you want to be of service to people, you want to make other people happy as well as yourself, then you understand that true worth lives forever. And when you understand that, then you understand leaving your mark. When you understand that you are priceless, you will understand how to leave your mark. Those people in the history books, people that there was no limit, there was no number to their worth, they all have a common denominator. They all left their mark on this earth. That's all I'm asking. Understand how priceless you are and then leave your mark on this earth. Go for that pricelessness. I guarantee that if everybody in this room, everybody hearing my voice right now, if you believe that you are priceless and go for what you're worth, you will leave your mark. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Leave your mark and you will live forever. Go for what you're worth. If you are here on this earth, breathing and thinking, you are priceless. That without a lot of you, a lot of lives will be different for the worse. Each and every single one of you mean a lot to a lot of people. So much so that you can't even put a number on it. So go for what you're worth. Live it, dream it, become it, achieve it. Leave your mark, help people, love people, be priceless, be limitless, and be happy. Thank you.